This video is brought to you by Practical Music Theory for the Rock Guitarist, my new book, which is a comprehensive guide to all aspects of music theory necessary for playing rock guitar. From blues to the cycle of fifths, from understanding and using modes to choosing the right notes for a melodic solo, from pentatonic scales to chord construction and keys. It's all covered in a clear and concise manner. With accompanying video demonstrations, jam tracks and tabs, you'll learn to use the knowledge you gain in accessible ways that make sense for less than the cost of a few guitar lessons. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. It's a little bit of a different video today because Thursdays are when I tend to do anything that's a bit kind of off the wall, off topic, off piste, if you like. It all goes back to in February, a couple of months ago, when I did a video about cooking. I showed you basically my recipe for a slow cooker beef casserole, and the folks on the Friday live stream were saying, when are you going to show us your curry recipe? Because, you know, Friday night in the Robson household is curry night, and usually on the live stream that's directly before I have the curry, and I'm looking forward to it. I might mention it, so people are curious. You know, you keep talking about this homemade curry. What's your recipe? I didn't really want to do like these culinary themed videos too often as a regular thing, but as I say, we're into April now, so it's been a couple of months since February when I did the last one, so I reckon it's about time to show you my curry recipe. So here it is. Let's take a look at the ingredients, beginning there with the chicken. Rather a lot of it. It's a big batch of curry we're cooking. Tandoori curry powder and natural yoghurt, pineapple juice, chopped tomatoes, and 2 jars of Patak's Madras spice paste, sliced red onions and peppers, and then 3 packs of lentils. That's what's going to be going into the curry. And next up, we're going to look and see exactly what we're going to do with all of this stuff. Okay, so first thing we do is take the whole tub of yoghurt and the whole tub of curry powder into a bowl and start stirring until they form a smooth marinade that's going to coat the chicken before we cook that in the air fryer. More on that in a moment, but when the marinade is finished, it should look like this. Okay, so the chicken is there sitting in the marinade, and basically leave that in as long as possible, overnight preferably, just to let the flavour of the curry and the yoghurt and everything get properly into the chicken. And then it's going to go into the air fryer in small batches like this, 200 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes per batch. We're getting our money's worth out of the air fryer in this recipe. And then once it's done, it should look like that. Set the chicken aside, and then once it's all done in small batches, just to make sure you get that nice, as you can see, kind of slightly charred coating on the edges, then that's going to end up going into the sauce. Speaking of the sauce, let's take a look at how that's going to take shape. Okay, let's begin with a little bit of cooking oil, just your regular vegetable oil sort of stuff in a large cooking pot. And to that, we're going to add the sack of frozen onions and frozen peppers, like this. Moderate heat, with a cover on the pan. We're not looking to fry these and get them crispy. We just want to soften them a little, and then they will look like this. At which point we take the 2 jars of Madras curry paste, or Madras spice paste rather, and add those to the pot like this. Give it a bit of a stir, and when you open the jars, you get a kind of a faint sort of smell of curry, but you'll know when the spice paste is cooked out enough, because that faint smell becomes a beautiful aroma that kind of envelops the whole kitchen, really. So that's basically, you can time it if you want, but just trust your senses. That then leads us on to the next stage, which is to add the carton of pineapple juice. I do like this curry with pineapple juice in it, although if you prefer a creamier curry, you can substitute this with coconut milk. Next up, we're going to add the 3 packs of lentils, and I've just mixed the tomatoes in there as well, just because it's just easier to add all of these ingredients all in one lump. And then you can see just adding them into the sauce like that. Give it a bit of a stir, and that really is the basis of the sauce. What we need to do now is bring that to the boil, and what happens is the lentils start to break down a little and thicken the sauce. And meanwhile, we're still cooking the small batches of chicken, so that's what we're going to go to next. Okay, remember the chicken? Well, by now that is all cooked. Looks like this. We saw this picture earlier, and all we do now is tip that bowl full of cooked chicken into the sauce that we've created, and then we end up with 2 months worth of Friday night curries. Job done. And I know there'll be some people who are shouting at me for using a pre-bought spice paste, but it's just easier. I remember seeing a certain well-known Michelin-starred chef on TV showing you one of his recipes, and he was using Bisto gravy granules in it, and he served that in his restaurant for, well, probably much more than I'd be prepared to pay for a sit-down meal. So it happens, and I use a pre-bought spice paste, so there you go. But the curry, when it's finished, that's what it looks like, served up with a couple of naan breads and some rice, and then about 5 minutes or so later, the plate looks like that. Oh dear me, it's a good one, this one. I can highly recommend it if you fancy having a go at trying this recipe yourself. Well worth the effort, I would say. And that is the video for today, folks. Hope I've made you hungry. And maybe curious to try this recipe for yourself, so go out and try it. And that is, as I say, the video for today. Hope you found it entertaining in some small way, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? As I've said a couple of times already, there's a live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about stuff, music, guitars, whatever, sometimes even curry. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.